My shout out to BGS, Edmore, the master teacher, and he said something that was profound. And I always said that black women dangle relationships with white men in front of black men so that black men could basically beg black women to come back to the table. And I've said this a whole lot of times. A lot of these black women will even threaten about going to get a white man or telling other black women to go and get white men, basically to dangle shit in front of us. This is the same thing that K. Michelle Williams doing. She's doing the same thing. She's dangling this whole idea that she could get a black man to jump at her and beg for her, while she sit up here and run around talking about she prefer white men, but ain't no white man jumping up for her. You don't see no white man jumping up for K. Michelle or trying to get with K. Michelle, and if they are, they banging her, blowing her back out in secret. But like I told y'all, K. Michelle is doing nothing more than basically, like BGS said, trying to put raw meat and chum the water and wait for a big ass great white to come by, and hopefully that the great white take a bite at her. That's why these black women, all these divestors and swirlers and shit, talk this shit. But the truth of the matter is, BGS just said it ever so clearly. Black women have nowhere else to go. See, the thing is, ain't no other group of men gonna give up on their women to get with Keisha. If other groups of men have their own women, why they gonna choose you over their own women? This is something that black men, we understood. We understand this. Now, yes, you have a few black men that are in interracial relationships with white women. They make it look like it's a ton of black men over there with white women. They make it look like, oh, it's a whole bunch of black men over there with white women. No, it's not. There's only a 1% of black men with white women. Majority of black men are in relationships with what? Black women. That's the truth. You see, they want to make it, yes, we outdate more than black women. But for the most part, majority of black men always choose black women. 80% of black men being married, black men marry 70%. Yes, a fraction of that, yes, is to white women, Latino women, Asian women. Yes, but that's a small fraction. The rest of the 78% is married to what? Black women. In relationships with black women. Now, where it becomes scary is when you have the out-of-rate child relationships with children. You have more black women that have more children than black men that are single. Now, everybody asks, what's the dynamic of that? Why is this? So why is it like that? Even though black men, you have a small minority of black men that have less children than black women. If black women are large in population, you would think that you'll have them brothers have children. But the people ain't pointing out that black women are sharing, 10 black women are sharing 2 black men. But I told Sarge Willie Pete, you gotta extend that. You gotta extend that to non-black men that black women are having children with too. That's making them single mamas. So when you add that dynamic, that's why you have more black women that have more children out of wedlock than black men. Because not only are these 10 black women sharing Ray Ray and Pookie, they sharing what? Brad and Chad. These black women are sharing Brad and Chad. And Manuel Gonzalez. They showing Muhammad Ali Ibn Wazul at the corner store. They showing a lot of these black women are showing a lot of men. So this is why you have a high number of out of wedlock childbirth in the black community. The majority of them are not by black men. They're not by black men. Majority of them by non-black men. There go your high population. And then when those women have those children are put down as black on the birth certificate, no matter if they're by a Latino dude, a Mexican, Puerto Rican. Well, Puerto Rican don't count, but I'm talking about like by a white dude. Those women are primarily putting black on those birth certificates, even if they have white and biracial, they putting down black on the birth. So what they make it look if though black men laying up with all these black women having all these kids out of wedlock? When the facts don't say that. But by them putting black on the birth certificate, you would make them think there's a whole bunch of Tyrones knocking these black women up. That's not true. It's not true. So there again, I ain't saying that this a win or a lose, because it's really definitely not a win. You know, you have a whole bunch of children in the black community without no father. Well, not a father there in their child's life. But the thing is, these black women think that somehow Tyrone supposed to come in and take up the slack. And these brothers like saying, no, we not, no. These brothers saying no. You know? But that's what's going on. That's the truth. That's what's going on.